Hey, wow, community. Good morning. It is May the 20th. Can you believe it? We're in May already. Thanks for joining me for Coffee and Biz Chat. I have a special story to tell you today. And it's a story that we all grew up with. As I sip my coffee, if you've joined me, please raise your cup. Tell me that you're here. Say hello. Tell me good morning so I'm not talking to myself. And if you're watching the replay, throw down a hashtag replay for me so I can know that you're here. If you put any comments in the comments, I think I can see them today, and I will return and answer any comments that you might have about our subject of coffee and biz chat. So I've got my go-go juice happening this morning. A little sipping before I tell you the story. Good morning, Irene. It's so good to see you here. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for joining me for Coffee and Biz Chat. Excuse me. My coffee stuck in my throat. So let me tell you, we've all heard the story of the three little pigs, right? The three little pigs and the big bad wolf. Did you grow up hearing that story where one pig, knew the wolf was coming and then went out and built a house of straw? And another pig went out and built a house with mud. And another pig went out and built his house with bricks. Well, you actually have no idea how relatable that is to building your business and where you get started and the foundation that you need to run this marathon of business building. Because as I say time and time again, ladies, oh my gosh, you've heard me say it. If you've worked with me in any of my programs, I've told you this. You need to prepare yourself for business building. It is a marathon, not a sprint. If you try and sprint your business building, you're just going to earn yourself a really badge of honor called burnout, which is one of the biggest, oh my gosh, it's one of the biggest threats to your business. If you allow yourself to burn out time and time and time again, I know I've done it. Anyone watching been in that burnout stage of your business? But time and time again, the more you get burnt out, the less you can give to your business, the less you can give to your clients. Burnout is the number one business big bad wolf. Because we're talking about the three little pigs and the big bad wolf. So who's the big bad wolf? Well, burnout is one of the bullets in the big bad wolf's pocket. So you don't want to be doing that to yourself. So hi Deirdre, nice to see you. If you're watching, drop a comment. What's in your cup this morning? I have my Wow Go-Go juice in my Wonder Woman cup. Enjoying a coffee this morning and talking about business and the three little pigs. So again, originally the three little pigs, were chased around by the big bad wolf. And the first pig built his house of straw. And a lot of women in business, when they're building their business, actually build a house of straw. So what does that mean, Michelle? It simply means that, the business has been built on winging it. No strategy, no checking the monthly numbers, no assessing the financial health, just, slap something together and hope it works. And entrepreneurs do this all the time. They get this great idea and they do absolutely zero market research to see if the idea is going to be accepted by the marketplace. Who's going to be your most valuable client? Who's going to want your solution and why? Who's going to build know, like, and trust with you and how? And then thinking about, okay, the first thing this little pig who builds this house of straw is, what does this little pig do? Generally starts with what I call the fun stuff of building a business. Okay, now we need a logo. Let's go get a logo. But they have not done any market research or any financial analysis of what will actually build, what will it cost? What will it cost to start your business? And not only that, what will it cost to stay in business? Because we all have monthly operational expenses. So what's your break-even numbers? So this pig who builds the business of straw is totally winging it. Probably doesn't look at any monthly numbers to see, if there's money in the bank, hey, we must be doing okay. And doesn't do any market research or doesn't build the know, like, and trust. And they're the ones, and you see them, they're the ones just spamming you, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, because they're so desperate and they don't have a foundation or solid walls, proverbial walls around their business. Their business is made of straw. And this is not uncommon. This is not uncommon. The entrepreneurs will just leap into something with no plan and start running around with a chicken with their head cut off. And then all of a sudden, when the fires come of business, their walls light up and they're putting out fires all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think of this, and I didn't think of that, and I didn't think of this. That's what the pig does when the little pig builds its house of straw. Are you picking up what I'm laying down here? So a really shaky foundation for long-term success. In fact, that's why in most cases, 50% of businesses fail in the first year. Can you believe it? 50% fail in the first year. Generally because their house is built with straw. Their business is built on a shaky foundation. They're not assessing the financial health of their business. And 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. 80%. It's not a good investment for people to give you grants if you've got an 80% failure rate in the industry. Pretty crazy, huh? So if you're watching me, give me a shout out today. I want to see some comments. Like, at the end of the story, I'm going to ask you, which little pig are you? Are you the little pig who built your business on a house of straw? Or are you the next little pig I want to talk about is building your business, your proverbial house of mud? What does that look like? Okay, well, the proverbial house of mud looks like you probably wrote some kind of business plan at the beginning of your business. And you probably wrote it because the bank told you to. That you needed financing to build your business, and the bank told you to go write a plan. So you did. But after you got the money, you shelved the plan and you didn't look at it again. But you had some form of plan. You had some form of critical thinking around your operational costs, around your startup costs. You did some market research to see who your most valuable client would be. You developed an avatar. You decided what social media platforms that avatar was hanging out on. You developed some marketing strategies, and you started with a plan which solidified the walls of your proverbial business a little bit stronger than straw. So it's the mud and the straw. So when it gets baked, it becomes really hard and it becomes a decent foundation. And then maybe you did some courses. You probably did most of the free ones. You're the one, I only do free stuff. So, you don't want to invest, but you're doing all the free stuff. If everyone's got a free challenge, hell, you're in. You might get a nugget. If someone's offering a free workshop, you might go there. You won't invest, but you'll get to the free level. If someone's offering some education on how you solidify your business a little bit more. So this is what I'm talking about, the pig who built his house with mud, or the woman who built her business with the mud versus the straw. Again, looking at pieces and nuggets of education, somewhat of a plan, and you may look at how your business is doing once a year from a financial perspective. So it's like, oh yeah, I get my taxes done at the accountant, and I see how the business did for the whole year. But you're probably not looking at it monthly, which all good CEOs or pigs who build their houses with bricks actually do. Let me take a sip while I'm on my little story about the 3 little pigs of business. So is anyone watching? Are you self-identifying yet? I hope not. I hope you haven't self-identified with the pig or the woman who built her house or her business with straw, or the little piggy who built their house or their business with mud. Now, let me tell you about the pig who built her business with brick. She digs the foundation first before she even looks at logos, before she even looks at colorful branding, before she even looks at websites. She starts with a solid foundation. And she may do a how to start a business program. She knows that she needs to talk to people in her community. She needs to do some market research about, does her product work? Will her service be welcomed? Is it needed? She's going to do a competitive analysis about, she's going to open up a pizza shop, for example. Well, how many pizza shops are in her area, and who's doing well and who's not, and why? So she might do a little competitor analysis to develop her pricing strategy as well. She will probably, if she doesn't pay for help and assistance to develop a business plan, she'll sit down with somebody, an experienced entrepreneur or a coach or consultant like myself, and work on developing a business plan with total knowledge of all the costs that can impact the start of her business. She'll do a SWOT analysis to assess her strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of her business. And she'll also know going into it that she needs a team of support. Maybe she's going to hire a bookkeeper right off the bat to do her data entry so she can read the monthly reports of her business to assess its financial health each and every month. And she'll have a really good understanding of what marketing strategies work to engage her audience. So she'll understand the difference between marketing and engagement, where marketing generates awareness of her business and engagement generates sales. And she'll have strategies in both of those lanes on the highway, I guess. She'll have both marketing and awareness building strategies, and she'll have her engagement strategies to generate her sales already set to go. She will also know the difference between productivity and busyness. The busy pig is the one with the house of straw who's always losing pieces of the house and trying to stuff new straw back in to stabilize it again. The productive pig knows that the foundation is good and they are time blocking. They're assessing what's important in their business and what's not. They're assessing their revenue streams, their marketing streams, and they're in the position of CEO. And they've built that solid foundation where if the big bad wolf comes along, and ladies, we're living in the environment of the big bad wolf right now. We've got the big bad wolf of COVID, the big bad wolf of an economic downturn, the longest economic downturn we've ever been in. We've got the big bad wolf of an amazing array of competitors in our industries, more than ever before. So there are three big bad wolves there. And if they all show up at one time and just blow on the house of straw, it's gone. It's gone. If the three big bad wolves come over and push on the house of mud, it's gone. But if the three big bad wolves push on the house of brick, it stays strong. This house and this business is like standing up in a freaking hurricane of the shit show that is surrounding us in business right now. But if you have strategies in place, if you have an accountability buddy to talk to, if you have a coach or a consultant on your team, you have that brick house of business that will withstand the test of time. Why? Because if you have someone on your team, either it's an accountability buddy, one of your peers who holds you accountable, or whether it's someone like me who's going to walk alongside you to coach, consult, sometimes kick you in the butt when you need to, be an accountability buddy, you have a 95% success rate. 95%. So, what house are you living in right now? I know there's 10 of you watching me right now. Shoot it in the comments. Like, how did you start your business? Did you start your business with a house of straw, and then maybe over time you renovated that house? You've done some annual strategic planning, like a business intensive day with me, and you've built that house of straw. Everyone could start there. Doesn't mean you can't renovate. You might hear some buzzing in the background because I'm renovating my house today. But when you're thinking about that, it's like, how did you start your business? Was it a house of straw? Was it a house of mud? Was it a house of bricks? And remember that with some help, you can always renovate. So that house of straw can be solidified, and it can be built on the bricks. You can redig your foundation in a business intensive day. You can understand the difference between marketing strategies that create awareness and engagement strategies that actually generate sales and cash flow. You can know the difference between being busy versus being productive, and you can continually renovate and continually learn. I mean, that's why I show up in the Ask Michelle sessions of every week in the VIP membership, which you can access for $29 a month, and help people renovate their house of straw and build a house of brick that will it will endure the test of time, endure the marathon. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining me today. Hi, Daria. So I guess that's my story of the business Three Little Pigs. Who do you identify with? If you currently are living in that house of straw, and you can see my buddy is behind me. He's saying good morning too. If you're currently doing the house of straw, then you're probably not really engaged in any type of business support services like myself, or any type of, you're probably not even watching business YouTube channels. If you are in that house of brick, you're probably looking at that person that is doing all the free stuff. If there's a free challenge out there, you're in it. Doesn't matter who's running it, you're in it. You might get a nugget. And it's the opportunity where you'll go to the free webinars or the free challenges or the free business building shows. As long as it's free, it works within your house of mud. But if you're really willing to invest in building and renovating to an amazing, enduring house of brick with a solid foundation, you might have even decorated it a little bit. You might have a really strong porch on it. Then it is the opportunity to join me in one of my business consulting services where I can help you build that. And you will stand the test of time. Be the 20% of businesses that are still in business 5 or 10 years from now. Build that 6-figure business. And if you're already at 6, build that 7-figure business. So you can go to, how can I help you do that? Go to wowwomeninbusiness.com, click on the business coaching and consulting tab, and you'll see all of my programs. And the program that I want to share a little bit about with you right now is I'm opening up in September of this year, and applications and seats are being filled already, is the Wow Inner Circle mastermind groups. So the mastermind groups are where you get coaching support from me once a month, as well as a group of your peers. So it is the ultimate way to increase your sales, have peer support, have that accountability, have structures in a way that support you increasing your sales and stop you from being busy and help you be more productive in your business. So Irene says she's got a house of mud, but she's forwarding to the house of brick today. That is awesome, Irene. and then be ready for the huffy puffy bad wolf. Absolutely. It is time to build our structures a little bit more solid, and that comes from real education, real tools, awareness, and accountability. If you have someone in your life to keep you accountable and someone to work with you, you have a 95% chance of success. Are you willing to not have that? I'm not. So I always say never hire a business coach that doesn't have a business coach or consultant in their life. I have many, and I am so excited that I'm going to meet with one of my business consultants for WOW this coming Monday. I know it's a holiday in Canada, but not for me or my fellow business consultant. We trade services at least a quarter and give each other a business intensive day. And I'm having one on Monday for WOW. So you'll see some great results coming from that. So if you're looking at the opportunity to build your house of brick, then, and you'd like to talk about that, I'm going to put a link underneath this video and you can come and talk to me. If you're in that house of mud and you're only interested in free stuff, this is not the opportunity for you to take it until you're ready to make the investment in yourself and in your business. But if you're ready to move from straw to brick or mud to brick, then, and you're willing to invest in yourself and your business, then click on the link in the comments below this video. I'll put it there. You can book a 20-minute complimentary call with me as my gift to you. And then we'll talk about what program works for you to build that solid foundation, build that house of brick, and build a business that will really withstand the test of time and the 3 big bad wolves we're facing right now. So if you're interested in that, then click on the link below this video. And so that is it for me today. Thank you for joining me. So Kimberly and April said they're renovating right now and making sure that they are solidifying their houses. Awesome. I'm so glad you're on my client roster as well, ladies. So with that said, that's Coffee and Biz Chat and the story of the 3 little pigs of business. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. Give me your feedback. What house are you living in right now? And what house do you want to live in? And if you're interested in making that investment in yourself and in your business, then talk to me. Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye for now.